Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time of day it is and whatever part of the world you're at right now. Welcome back. And today we're going to go over another review question involving quadratic equations or quadratic functions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. Number 14. What are the solutions to the equation below? 16 minus 2x squared equals negative 46. All right, now, there are multiple ways to attack this question, but for the sake of efficiency, we're going to go ahead, instead of using a quadratic formula or factoring, we're just going to go ahead and solve this using the square roots, okay, method. So this is what it's going to look like. First, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and write out number 14 right over here. We have 16 minus 2x squared equals negative 64, okay? So first thing we want to do is subtract 16 from both sides. I want to move the 16 and just get the negative 2x by itself. So when we do that, 16's cancel out. You're left with negative 2x squared here equals negative 80. Because you have to combine the negative 64 and the negative 16. That makes negative 80. Now the next step is to divide both sides by negative 2. So I'm dividing both sides by negative 2. The negative 2's cancel out, and we're left with x squared is equal to positive 40. All right. Now, to finish solving this, we simply need to take the square root of both sides. So that's what you're going to see right here on this example where I square root both sides. Now, when you square root x squared, that just leaves you with x. And x is equal to the square root of 40. Now, the only thing we need to make sure we do from here is if we look at our answer choices, none of our answer choices say square root of 40, which means we have to simplify this, okay? So let's simplify the square root of 40. First thing we want to do is just factor it, and we want the prime factorization, okay? So when we factor it, we'll start with 8 times 5, the square root of that, and then we'll keep going. This would become 4 times 2 times 5, okay? And now, the only one of these numbers that is a perfect square is 4. We can actually take the square root of 4. And really, you could rewrite this to say the square root of 4 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 5. Now, once again, the square root of 4 is a perfect square, and that's equal to 2. Now, as far as the square root of 2 and the square root of 5 go, we just multiply the 2 and the 5, and that's going to make 10. So our final answer here is plus or minus 2 square root 10. So that's what we need to look for. So remember, we got the square root of 40, but the square root of 40 is equal to plus or minus 2 square root 10. And the correct answer is right here, letter G. The rest of these are not good. All right. See you all back next time for the next question. Deuces.